Good morning. It's the Call Flow Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Well, good morning, Farmville. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. The only complaint I have about the weekend is that it was way too short. This is the Call Flow Show. This is your show. It's your time to call in. Let us know. Let the neighborhood know. Let's let the town know what's going on in Farmville. This is your hometown radio station. The number is 434-394-0924. And in the studios this morning is John Staten. How you doing this morning, dude?
I am rolling.
Rolling? Should I turn on your mic?
It's optional. You don't have to.
Well, you have a strong enough voice that it kind of just bleeds
I can
out.
make myself be heard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. I had a music teacher in high school, and he would get his trumpet out. I took lessons from him, but he'd be like, play louder, and so he'd get his trumpet out, and he's like blowing his horn top of his, as loud as he possibly could. He's like, see, I can play louder than all you folks. The thing was, he only had half a lung. So,
wow.
Yeah, he was an interesting character. I was surprised he lived as long as he did. He lived like into his 80s, and he smoked even after they took his lung out.
Hey, some people have that in them.
They do. No, I saw an article about this recently that, people who smoke long term, their epigenetics learn how to actually kill the carcinogens while they're smoking. So,
yeah, your body does that.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Or can. It's possible.
I'm glad I quit smoking. Did you ever quit?
Never started.
Oh, well, that's probably the best way to do it then. man, that's a nasty habit. Yeah, if you've done it and quit, then you smell somebody else smoking in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's almost a gag
When
response.
I was a kid, I would stay over at a friend's, and their parents smoked it. So when I got home, I smelled like cigarettes. Smoked. My clothes did. Everything did.
Johnny, what you been doing over there at Peter's
Nothing.
house?
Absolutely nothing.
Johnny, tell us the truth. What you been doing? No.
Because I hated when my parents used to smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And they both gave it up eventually.
Yeah, and neither one of my parents smoked. My grandparents both smoked, and cigars or pipes.
Give me my stogie.
No, a pipe can smell really good.
Yes, it can.
But I ain't going to pick that habit up, considering they removed, a fifth of my lung not too long ago for cancer. So.
Oh, yeah.
It still kind of hurts, I'm like, Anyway, I'm talking on and on.
I've just had mine deflated. I didn't lose it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did they re-inflate it?
I hope so.
Did they use like a tire,
I don't know, but I got some wonderful marks here on the side of where they went in. And
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why did they go in there?
They thought there was still could have been cancerous inside. But what it was just, I hate to admit, maybe just congestion.
It could be that you're full of, oops.
Yeah.
Beep. They just emptied it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said indigestion?
Congestion.
Congestion. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's open Johnny up. He looks a little congested here.
I had, the big C. So, I mean, it was...
Right.
They were, I'm not blaming anyone, but, I mean, they were being precautious.
Yeah. So they deflated it? Did you have a tube going in you?
I guess. I was so out of it at the time.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but so much. I do remember the tubes being taken out. That was always fun.
Yes. That's exactly where I was going. Did they take them both at the same time, or did they...
Well, they take the one out of your neck, and they're like, now put your hand there when we take it away, or you're going to start... it's like, okay... I don't know if we ought to be this graphic this early in the morning.
Yeah,
but anyway,
I think we're doing all right. I think we've left everything up to the imagination up to this point.
Pretty much.
So, wow.
I woke up and I wanted to hear something good.
So tell us what your weekend looked like.
The weekend consisted of a lot of.
I envy you.
I'm kidding. It didn't.
Really?
Well, the usual chores: go out and dump the trash, get the groceries. Nothing extravagant by any means.
The chores. The chores.
The stores.
Yeah,
Alicia's doing that while you're doing the chores.
I wish. Oh my goodness.
Times Square.
So much to do. So little time. Uh-oh, he's on his...
Yeah.
Beverly.
Well, you had me thinking you're the one that did it.
Don't blame me.
You implanted it in my head.
Take responsibility for your own. What was I going to... I was going to ask you a very, very serious question.
Uh-oh.
I don't remember what it is.
Oh, good.
Oh, whew.
Got off on that one easy.
Escaped that.
Hey, the number to call if you don't want to hear us chatter all day, 434-394-0924.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. Shall we jump
Our
into...
operators are waiting to take your call now.
Make that check payable to Larry Burr. All right.
How many R's is in Burr? Burr.
Oh, that's shy. All right. So today we have four. This is International Medical Science Liaison Day.
Long name.
Yeah, interesting that they came up with this. March 27th recognizes the vital role medical science liaisons play in the success of a company.
What's a liaison?
Yes. After my computer's not cooperating.
That's okay.
Since first being established, pharmaceuticals in 1967 have become increasingly important companies' success that employs them. I'm still trying to find out what that is. Maybe somebody out there knows this, but it's International Medical Science Day.
Dangerous Liaisons was a movie, right?
Interesting. Yes, it was.
I never saw it.
Really?
I do remember it.
Well, it was dangerous.
Must have been.
It's Monday. I'm trying not to stretch your memory too much. I would like you to do the same.
All right.
I'm not a fan of the Monday, man.
I don't know too many people that are.
Oh, good. It's also National Scribble Day.
I do that. I used to do that quite a bit. You're doing it right now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I saw that. You know that it's supposed to be a sign of intelligence.
That's hence why I do it.
When you're in a meeting, I used to do it in my corporate meetings.
I was
all
always
the time.
told it was because you're not paying attention.
Exactly. That's exactly what we were told. And they're finding out that what it does is it allows your brain to kind of shut down all the noise so that you can actually listen to what's going on. Yeah, I do like my doodling. But this is scribbling. What's the difference between a scribble and a doodle?
Well, doodle could actually be somewhat of a familiar type picture. And
artistically recognizable?
And a scribble is more like just a bunch of wavy lines, right?
You heard it here first from...
The scientific definition of it.
I love your knowledge. It's just
yeah.
Okay, here's one.
Okay.
It's National Spanish Paella Day.
See.
Yeah, do you like paella?
I have not. Is it money, right?
Let's see here.
Are we saying payola, like money, or?
No, peyote.
Oh,
no, I'm kidding. It's paella, Paella. And if anybody out there in Farmville would like to let us know what the best paella recipe is for today, our number is 434-394-0924. Or if there's anything else you'd like to discuss, please call us up. You can comfort us on this Monday morning. We need as much help as we can get, my friend. All right, one more. Oh, my goodness. It's National Joe Day. Yes.
Like G.I. Joe? Or?
Like, let's see, President Joe Biden. I want to know why it's National Joe Day. Are we just celebrating Joes around? Is it John Doe or what? And as I push the button, nothing happens on my computer. I think we need to fix this thing. Oh, here it is. National Joe Day on March 27th encourages everyone to enjoy a cup of Joe.
Java.
I had no idea. Didn't even have a picture of a cup of coffee or anything. Just Joe.
Cup of coffee.
Go in a cup of...
I need a cup of coffee here.
Hey, wait, I want some coffee too.
Here's your coffee.
No, I want cream and sugar in my coffee. All right.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I didn't finish it. Enjoy a cup of Joe with all your friends named Joe, Joey, Joseph, and Jocelyn. So if you know Joe, give him some love today. It's a Monday, so they will especially appreciate the Joe Love. All right. Our number is 434 if you'd like to save us. That is 434-394-0924. If you don't call, you're going to have to listen to
You're going to have to
John
listen to some
and
more
I.
of these wonderful stories about what day it is.
Benter. All right.
It's National Potato Chip Day.
I know the irrelevance
Yes.
of the information we disseminate is incredible. You know,
On this day, the Frito was invented.
I think about a half a dozen people just went back to bed, turned off
would.
the radio. It's like, oh, Monday, I can't deal with this. Please, somebody help me.
They get all political with those Frito talks, and I can't handle it.
All right, I am going to do some today in history. These can be fun, but
Hit 'em up.
you know. All right, March 27th, 1977, in aviation's worst disaster, Flight 583, 583 people were killed when KLM Boeing 747, attempting to take off in heavy fog, crashed into a Pan Am 747. Do you remember that at all?
No.
I-
What year did that
It's
happen?
77, so
I would have been all of one.
yeah, so you remember it well.
Yeah.
So
I remember Elvis dying, too, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a misconception, and I want to make sure people are
About what?
trained on this, because I used to do this for a living. Is trauma-informed care is that there's this idea that kids under like 3 or 4 years old can't remember what's going on. You know, people are always like, oh, they won't remember that they just got run over by a car and stuff like this. But what the truth is that kids during that time, when they are experiencing some kind of trauma, especially trauma at home, abuse and that type of stuff, they have no idea how to deal with that. And so later on in life, their coping mechanisms are all messed up because they just didn't know how to cope with these things when they were young, and they shouldn't have been needed to, right? So it's actually the youngest children in abused families and stuff that have the worst time getting through it. But the other thing about trauma-informed care that I learned was that it only takes one person in a person's life, one person to care for them, love them, be there for them, to overcome immense obstacles that they might have come through in life. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What do you think?
Larry weighing it heavy this morning. Going very heavy on us.
I told you, it's Monday. I have no filter system, you know? This
I always
stuff
thought it was
just
kind
comes
of good, though, that you don't remember, like, being a baby.
But
How helpless you actually are.
Yeah.
You can't talk. You can't say, hey, I'm not hungry. I want something to drink. And, of course, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Mom, I just did something down there.
It's kind of like how we revert to being babies as we get older.
It's true.
The mind usually goes, which is probably a good thing, so you don't realize. Of course, I'm not there yet, but I may speak differently once I hit that age.
That's true. Circle of life. Circle of life.
Circle of life.
I'm glad you brought out that observation, because it's been relevant throughout my life. But it's just so, you're right. You see it so many times. Everybody does. They revert back to this childhood.
Pretty much.
What was I thinking about that? I had a really good point I was going to make.
We're being way too heady and
All right.
heavy this morning.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. I'm just. That's another observation. I just think that.
Well, it sounded more fun.
It is Monday,
than the disaster of
that was
crashing planes.
Yeah. Well, they should have never taken off in dense fog. I heard that in the story you read.
Right. What was
That'd been the first clue. Maybe we shouldn't take off in this.
Well, they do that. They do shut them down, and probably more,
after
relevant.
a few of those.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. In 1794, I know this is a really important year for you. Congress approved an act to provide a naval armament.
What?
Armament. Armament.
Armchair.
Okay, that second one's an M, not an N. 6 ships. It got 6 ships provided from that 1794 Congress. I think about my son's coming, and he likes kind of war stuff, and it's strange. I never did like war stuff, but he does. So, if he likes it, I like to support him in that. So when he's coming next month, I think we're going to do a lot of Civil War type of places.
Plenty of that here.
I'm not really sure where the best ones are. I've heard Appomattox is a good place.
Appomattox is actually the battlefield where Lee surrendered. That's where the war ended.
Mm-hmm. So we're going there.
So for that for that part of the war, it was, I assume, still there. I don't know. I don't go to Richmond very often anymore. But in downtown Richmond, there's a museum where the hospital's at.
Really?
Same location.
Unfortunately, I've been to that hospital more than I care to admit, but cool.
Are we talking VCU? Is that what okay.
Yeah, and then the children's hospitals down there.
But I want to say that museum is in that locality, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
In the back of my head, I think I've seen that going down there.
But I haven't been out in that area for a long time.
Yeah, it's. I find Richmond a little strange on their roads and all their highways coming in right to downtown.
You'll find that most cities in this area.
Yeah.
Charlottesville, I think, is very... For its size, isn't that as big as Richmond, but I think the roads are very congested.
Oh, yeah?
A lot of,
Yeah, no, it's, L.A. was like that. L.A. was strange. You go through downtown, and it's like this whole big tunnel you end up going through, and then all of a sudden, downtown L.A. is right on top of you. Let's see here. Ooh, Helen Herron Taft. Do you know her?
Not personally, no.
It's the wife of that president person,
Taft.
President Taft.
Yeah.
Got to be specific. The wife of Japan's ambassador to the United States. I didn't understand that. In 1912, First Lady Helen Herron Taft and the wife of Japanese ambassadors to the United States, Viscountess Chinda. Oh, that's a great name. Viscountess. They planted the first 2 of 3,000 cherry trees given to the U.S.
And then Washington came and chopped them all down.
By the mayor of Tokyo. Yeah, exactly. It took a long way around to get to that story, didn't it? All right, 45, World War II. General Dwight D. Eisenhower told reporters in Paris that German defenses on the Western Front had been broken. Ooh, 1964, that was the year I was born. Alaska was hit by a magnitude earthquake of 9.2.
Do you remember that?
No.
Oh.
No.
I figured I'd ask you since you asked me.
Who knows? Maybe that's what prompted me to come out,
That might have been.
I was actually born on Mother's Day. And I have a twin sister. And I was the first baby born in Yavapai Community Hospital. That's right. I was special. I got a little silver cup, and it has all that printed on there.
So you were the first out of the twins.
Yeah, I was.
All right.
And actually, I think my twin sister was a little malnourished. Apparently, I ate most of the food.
No, not you.
That seems to
Not
happen
you,
a
Larry.
lot
Come
these
on.
days. But one of them's always, I'm like, leave my food alone. That's mine. Anyway, cosmonauts. Yuri Gagarin. Have you heard that name? He's the first man to orbit the Earth in 1961.
Yes, I have.
You really?
I've heard the name Yuri.
Do you know how he died?
No.
You heard the name Yuri.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least a third of Russia.
Yeah.
George. All right. Anyway, he died. That poor
Okay.
guy. In the first orbit, in his MiG. Interestingly enough. Yeah, when his MiG F-15 jet crashed during a routine training flight. There's a lot going on. I really didn't listen to any news this weekend. Did you?
I can honestly say I haven't listened or watched the news in quite a while.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I hear it every hour on the hour when we're here. I get my fill.
That's good.
No, I don't. I hadn't watched it over the weekend. No.
So in 2019, Facebook said it was extending its ban on hate speech to prohibit the promotion and support of white nationalism and white separatism.
Yeah.
Cool. Glad to hear that. We have no room for that. We have no need for that. We got a few minutes before our birthday. Should we go ahead and do a few celebrity birthdays?
Why not?
Now, you just calm down there, Johnny. You just he's so excited. You should see his face. Julian Glover. Do you know who that is?
No.
Me either. Rock musician Tony Banks.
Tony Banks. That name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure who it is.
Genesis.
Okay.
He's 73 today. Another rock musician, Andrew Ferris from In Excess, is 64 today. Quentin Tarantino. Guess how old he is?
Got to be, 60-something.
Right on the nose. 60, yes. Yeah. Johnny April?
Don't know who that is.
Yeah. Right. Rock musician Brenda Hill. Blues Traveler.
Okay.
He's 53. Do you like the Blues Traveler?
They were okay, but I mean, I only know them for the two songs
really?
they got played. Yeah, I don't know their back.
They're
catalog.
really good musicians. Mm-hmm. You know, they're kind of almost a jam band to a certain extent when they go into tour. So I'd love to see them. I think they've got some good stuff. Oh, Halle Berry.
Yes.
No,
I know who that is.
Sorry, I said that wrong. It's Halle Bailey.
Oh,
and that's an actor, R&B singer, I guess. It sounds familiar too.
I don't know her, but I know who Hal Berry is.
Hal Berry?
Yeah, Halle Berry.
Oh, Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Can you make that into a pie?
I don't know.
All right. It is that time, I believe. So, you want me to do the weather or you want me to do the birthdays first?
Dude, I don't care. If it's set up for the weather, do that first.
Might as well. This edition of The Weather is brought to you by the Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. With over 30 years of banking experience, I'm here to help you finance your commercial, agricultural, or personal project. Give us a call at 391-1136 or stop by our downtown office at 216 North Main Street, where you'll find old-school personal assistance with attention to detail. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, it is Monday morning. The temperature is 52 degrees outside. Humidity is 90%, and it is sprinkling here and there and sometimes everywhere. But it looks like it's going to be off and on for the rest of the morning and into the afternoon. Tonight it's going to clear out and be 43 degrees for a low after hitting a high of 71. On Tuesday, we have a high of 61, and it's going to be a very complicated day. Slight chance of showers after 2 p.m., partly sunny with a high near 61, and north winds 3 to 6 miles per hour with a chance of precipitation at only 20%. And then Tuesday night, showers are likely, mainly between 8 and 2 a.m. With a low around 37, winds are slight at 3 to 5, and a chance of precipitation on Tuesday night is 60% going into Wednesday morning with a chance of showers before 8 a.m. Obviously, that's just carrying on through. The high on Wednesday will be 60 with winds 5 to 7 and a chance of precipitation at 30. Wednesday night, it will be clear with a low of 37. Thursday, sunny and a high near 65. Thursday night, low of 45 and clear. And then Friday, a chance of showers going into the weekend. That is your weather for Farmville. And the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brunel, and their loan offices in downtown Farmville. And what time does that
Brookneal. They need to fix that. I think it's Brookneal.
Yeah?
But I don't know.
Where's Brookneal?
Brookneal.
Isn't that what I said?
It's close enough.
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Here, happy birthday to you.
Is it that time already? Okay.
It is. Our number is 434-394-0924.
All right. Here we go. Birthdays for Monday, March 27th. And I'll do half the list. We'll play the commercial, and then we'll do the other half. How's that grab you?
Fantastic. I love it.
Here we go. Celebrating today, Monday, March 27th. Here we go. Happy birthday to Ann Hicks, Brandon P. Roberts, and Betsy Elliott.
Happy birthday.
And we'll get to the rest after this.
All right. The birthday calendar is brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, business formations, and collections. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422. And rounding out the list, here we go. Happy birthday going out to Donovan Manning, Sierra Finch, and Kathleen Redford. Happy.
Yes, happy birthday on this Monday.
And if your name or names did not make our list, whether it be birthday or anniversary, we wish you a happy one.
And if you have a birthday or a community calendar event, you can send it to us via email at birthdays@wflo.net or general@wfo.net.
Go to the general and save some time.
If you've got something to share with us, please let us know what's going on in Farmville. This is your hometown radio station. The number is 434-394-0924. Did you get the tonality that I was going with for those? For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, Main Street in Farmville. We want to make sure these are the folks that keep us alive and keep us live. Mm-hmm. Ooh, did you get that one?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's Monday. I hope you aren't expecting too much. Hey, I had a question for you.
For me? Okay.
I don't remember what it is. If
You've been doing that a lot lately.
I know. It's kind of like a...
Hey, Larry, I got a question for you.
Senior moment, yes?
I don't remember.
Oh, well, thank
you.
I
wanted to see how it felt to do that to
I've
somebody.
got answers. I don't really care. I like Dr. Pepper, yes, okay?
So do I.
Yeah, but what kind of Dr. Pepper? Cherry Dr. Pepper?
I can drink that.
Dr. Pepper Zero?
That's my poison of choice, yes.
What do you think's in Dr. Pepper Zero?
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's good.
Why is it zero?
I don't know.
It has 0 calories.
Nah.
That's amazing, though, you know?
I don't know why it's zero. I don't know what they do to make it zero.
I really, really do not like the aftertaste of diet sodas.
That's why I didn't mind, I don't know, Diet Dr. Pepper wasn't so bad.
Yeah. And cherry Dr. Pepper could be diet and pass, but you'd still get that taste in your mouth.
But once I had the zero, I could, and if I went back to diet, I could pick up on it.
Yeah. Alicia and I both had the same experience.
Yeah.
We're always keeping the zero in there. I love sugar drinks. Love them. But I gain weight so fast.
Well, so do I, but I don't. I'm allowed at least, one vice, maybe?
No.
I gotta be.
Oh, come on. You have more vices than that, don't you?
As far as eating and drinking, I mean.
Oh, that you can talk about.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
So I got to have some sort of fun, right?
We must sound boring. Neither one of us smoke or drink. I mean,
well, come on. I got to have some fun. I can't just drink water. Water makes rust, sinks battleships. That stuff's dangerous.
You heard it here first. John Staten sets us straight on drink. No water. Just yes, it's this is WFLO 870 AM. Our number is 434-394-0924.
Have you run out of national?
No, I got a bunch of stuff here.
Tennis shoe day and all that sort of stuff.
I keep really. Let's see. I like the entertainment news. I don't mind entertainment news. It's the political stuff that drives me absolutely batty. And since we have opposite political views, it doesn't help
Who
much
does?
in this small studio.
Who does?
I just mention a few people's names and it starts to smoke in here. It's like, let's see what we got. WFLO, you're on the air. Hello?
They hung up on you.
It did. All right. Well. Yeah.
You're that good and clear.
Yeah, it's still there. All right. And we had a caller. It's like, I think they're just playing with us.
Well, we fixed that problem.
Yeah, I was. Anyway. Yeah, thank you. Call back if you'd like to talk to somebody. Something. Do you have any pets?
No.
Pets are usually near and dear. Did you ever have pets?
Oh, yeah. Grew up with pets, yeah.
What's your favorite pet growing up?
Oh, I don't know. I guess German Shepherd dogs.
Oh. How many of those did you have?
Well, there was one that was already on with the family by the time I was even born. The dog was from my dad's teenager years. So he was an older dog by the time I came around.
Yeah.
He was German Shepherd. Then we got one when I was probably in my teens. He had a little bit of silver or grayish look to him. He wasn't full-blood German Shepherd. I think German Police is what I was told.
Okay.
And so there was really no brown to him.
Interesting.
Black and some gray.
Yeah.
He was a real cool dog.
Did you guys train him, or was
No,
he kind of
I tried that stuff when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
I don't think it really took. I noticed one thing though. If I scratch him where his chest area is, that just stopped him completely.
Really?
He loved that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It wasn't like you'd get all mad.
No,
and try to...
no. We had a cat like that though. Did not like the tummy being touched.
Every animal's different, you know. It's just, yeah.
You touch that tummy, and that cat is coming for you.
We rescued a kitten not too long ago, and it's getting almost full size.
Somebody might try again. Let's see if we have any luck this time.
WFLO, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. We got you.
Thank you. Thank you for taking my call. I'm just calling in for interested in keeping the water clean. And one way to do that is to follow what's happening with the gold mining issue, the metallic mining issue.
All right.
And tonight in Buckingham, the drama continues. The Planning Commission is having their monthly meeting, and they've invited Paul Bush to speak, and he will be an interesting voice to listen to. He is the sole gold mining operator in Virginia at this time in Goochland, a small mine that does not use any chemicals. He uses gravity centrifuge to separate the gold and the mercury. So he reclaims he's reclaiming an old mine there.
Excellent.
And yeah, definitely excellent. Unfortunately, there's maybe about over 450 documented abandoned mines across the state that are all loaded with mercury and some with cyanide, because that's what is used to separate the gold from the ore.
Right.
And so he will present an interesting voice. Also, coming up on, April 19th will be another Planning Commission work session. They had one last Monday on March 20th, and industry was invited to the table, who also invited Virginia Tech experts. And on the 19th, there will be a very different voice, the voice of independent experts who are not, who certainly work with industry and government, but who have been very involved with reforming mining, which needs a lot of help, because they have a very poor track record all around the world for really thousands of years. Acid mine drainage is one of the huge problems, because once you start digging, if you expose these sulfides to the air, the oxygen and the sulfides create sulfuric acid, which we know is what is in batteries, and that just runs out of the mine. So that's just like one problem of many, many.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are asking. I'm part of a coalition of folks from across the state, but in Buckingham, Friends of Buckingham and Virginia Community Rights Network, who are working with the county government to come up with some solutions to protect us, because unfortunately at the state level there's just too much disarray there, too much polarity to get anything done at this point.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
It's very disappointing, because we all drink the water and breathe the air. And, we did manage to get a state study done that was finished last December, and that clearly says, and that study was done in conjunction with the state and the National Academies of Sciences.
Okay.
And it states clearly that our regulations are not adequate to protect us, and that something needs to be done. So since the state can't do it, we're trying to do it here in Buckingham at the local level, where it was first discovered. The exploration for gold mining was first discovered.
Okay.
So, and I also want to just point out that anyone who wants to follow all of this, you can, if you prefer to listen, you can go to the county, Buckingham County, website and listen to their past meetings. You have to know where to dig for it, but you can also go to Friends of Buckingham website, and we kind of point out that, at this point in the meeting, here's the link, and at this point in the meeting are our comments, or the focus is on gold or whatever. So there are ways to follow along with this.
Thank you.
And one more thing is for people. If my shout out to people would be to ask them to please talk about it.
Right.
All issues need to be shown a light on, and also talk to their representatives, their supervisors, and say they care and they want something done. And
This seems like one of those. This is one of those topics that seems that everybody needs to be concerned about, and the solution isn't a political party.
No.
The solution is scientific somehow, and I'm almost always under the belief that everybody can kind of get what they want or need if they work together. And my personal opinion is, if you're doing the mining and you're causing the problem and you're making a profit, then you should be responsible for cleaning that up. And if you are going to clean it up, then I think you should have the right to mine. So it's kind of, but again, that's my opinion. And I'm not nearly as versed or understanding as a lot of people around here probably are. But one of the things you said that I wanted to reiterate, that if you want to be informed, you can go to the Buckingham County site and listen to some of their older meetings.
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, and because they have their meeting since COVID. That's one good thing from COVID is that the public meetings are recorded, and so you can go back and listen to them. But that would take a really motivated person. So a shortcut would be to go to Friends of Buckingham website and to go to the gold page, and we have a timeline.
Okay.
You just scroll. There's just so much on that page, a wealth of information. But anyway, you can scroll to the timeline, and we pretty much keep up with it and give you the links to articles and the recordings to listen to that stuff.
I have a quick question for you. Is there a time frame when a decision is being made one way or the other, or are we still in the process of creating new legislation to control the miners, or what's the kind of end game or end result that you'd like to see?
Yeah, well, yesterday is when we would like to see it done, but we know all of this takes time, and it also takes constant vigil to protect whatever advances that are made. Because anything that's put in place, any protections put in place can be taken down. So, it's a matter of keeping ourselves educated. So the Buckingham supervisors asked the Planning Commission to create zoning law, either an amendment or an ordinance to ban metallic mining, and they also asked them to define that metallic mining. Now, in the last work session, which was last Monday, the 20th, March 20th, the Planning Commission was again, they had industry there speaking for an hour and a half, so they were going back and forth about definitions, and essentially industry doesn't want any regulations. But come on, guys.
Yeah.
That's why we're in the mess that we're in now, because it's been way too lax. And frankly, any of these big operations, big is bad, small is beautiful. These big operations, you cannot control them because you are left with forever toxic waste.
Right.
So what Paul is doing, Paul Bush, that's a small operation, and he's reclaiming it, and he's not using any more chemicals. Exactly. He's actually, taking the mercury, and well, that's like a whole other issue. What's then done with? It's like Cat in the Hat, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss had it right. What do you do with that ring around the bathtub? You just keep moving it around. And
exactly.
We learned in childhood that we at least maybe we did, that we should clean up our messes. But sometimes messes are so toxic you can't clean them up, so don't make them in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's true. And there's more than one solution always, and so our goal needs to be our children, I presume, to clean that up and leave that somewhat usable in the future. I mean, it's really scary. I mean, I moved here a year and a half ago, and I still kind of wonder sometimes how my water quality is coming in, because I'm on a well. So, and there's no way to know except for I end up testing often, and it's not a pretty sight when I'm testing these things. And I'm not the only one on the same level or water, right? It's a huge lake down there that a lot of people are drawing from. So it's a very dangerous thing that we could get into here. So,
yes, and there are way too many scary stories from around the world of water supplies, massive, water supplies being destroyed. Right. I was like, okay, so we all depend on water. What do we do now? Well, so I didn't completely answer your question about the timeline. I don't know. It's going to take whatever time it is. And sure, we'd all love to have some legislation passed soon, but it takes. This is such a complicated issue. It takes time to figure this stuff out. We have before the supervisors an ordinance that we would love them to just pass right now, and it's based on our rights. It's a rights-based ordinance. It's based on our rights to protect ourselves, and also a key element is the prove it first, which is we have just learned, interestingly, we got this idea from the state of Wisconsin, which had this in place for 20 years, and now Minnesota, it's coming. They've been working on it at the state level for a number of years now, and it's looking like it will pass at the state level. And it basically says you can get a permit if you first you have to prove to us that there's at least one other mine of similar scope that has caused no harm to a community.
Oh, interesting.
So that's like a gold that's a gold standard to to work with, I would say. And that's what we have put into our local ordinance that we would like them to pass. And that would get around the issue of saying, no, you cannot mine. Instead of putting a ban, this is an effective deterrent because, unfortunately, there's not one mine that has been done well.
Okay, thank you very much for calling, ma'am. Thank you very much. We need to move on. I'm sorry. We may have somebody else trying to call.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye. That, and we're going to run out of time. Matter of fact, I need to mention something before we go off. Our guest tomorrow on Call Flow will be Bruce Davis and Doug Stanley from the Farmville Rotary Club, and they will talk about what the Rotary is all about and upcoming events. Again, that is tomorrow. Our guest, Bruce Davis, Doug Stanley of the Farmville Rotary Club. I just wanted to get that in before we run out of time, which is
so
slowly happening here.
I'm really glad you found that, too.
She
showed it to me this morning, and I'm, looking all over for it.
She came in when you were in the production and dropped us off.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed Doug last a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
He was a fantastic human being, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's our guest for tomorrow.
Yeah, and you said Bruce and Davis also.
Bruce Davis and Doug Stanley.
Do you know Bruce?
I may have met Bruce before. I'm not good with names, faces. I remember.
I'm the same way. Same way. All right, we got a few minutes left. Is there anything specific you want me to take care of before we?
No, I just wanted to make sure we had enough time to mention that. Plus, if somebody else was trying to call, we have no since we're designated to one line, we have no way of knowing of if other people are trying to call in.
Really? No way?
To my knowledge, we don't.
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll have to experiment with this later.
Yeah.
You know?
That, and it's probably best we only allow certain lengths of time for calls because it's not fair to anybody else.
Oh.
Somebody tries to call in now.
But I had another question I wanted to ask her.
I'm sure you did. But we didn't have enough time in the show for that.
I wanted to know if she listened to the radio or if she...
Have you been asking that to anybody?
Well, I have, except for when people interrupt me and chase my callers away. No.
Callers away, yeah.
Every once in a while, I remember to do it. And I was thinking, this would be... I'd like to know this one.
I just had a bad feeling if I didn't get that in, it wouldn't get in.
So you keep this radio on all the time at your house? Or
not really.
No?
Maybe in the background if I feel like it,
right?
But not much.
Yeah, we always have one radio going, you know.
Yeah.
This is a whole different. Yeah, this is what I would call a full-time job, which means you never put it down.
It's sort of like. It's not near. Don't get me wrong. It's not nearly as serious as being a doctor, but you're almost always on call.
Yes, absolutely. You are. I mean, we are. I mean, dead air makes us all just jump out of our skin. I had no idea that was going to be a part of this gig.
Yeah, that's the part they don't mention right away.
You warned
they
me.
Tell you that after the fact.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way,
for the rest of your life,
if something goes wrong, you have to be here to fix it.
Well, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. We got little ghosts in the machine.
Have some patience with us, folks. It's a small crew, and we're doing the best we can.
It's getting better all the time. It's getting better all the time.
I knew you were going to bust into that.
Better.
The Beatles.
Okay, let's see. So there's a video of Chaka Khan.
Okay.
In a duet with Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
And it was Chaka Khan's 70th birthday party. And
this is recent?
Yeah, it just happened.
Okay.
Just right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm not sure. But those two together must have been quite the show.
I would imagine so.
I haven't heard anything from Stevie Wonder in a long time.
He may show up on things like this every so often, but...
Yeah. I lived up in Reno, Nevada, 86, 87 year, around that time. May have been. Anyway, I saw him in concert. He was on a revolving stage, which I thought was really cool. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the show, fantastic show. He's obviously an amazing musician. But he did this sermon at the end of the show, and I was surprised at that. I didn't.
A sermon?
Yeah, it was. Okay. It was just downright come come to the Lord type of thing. And
Okay.
I didn't know he was that spiritual or religious, but it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool actually because but it was a surprise for me.
Yeah, well,
Have you ever heard of the show Yellow Jackets?
Yellow Jacket. No.
Yellow Jackets.
No.
It says Yellow Jackets cast reacts to sunrise or surprise return in season 2. So I've never seen it, but Taylor Swift. What time is it?
What about? No, I'm listening to you. You got about less
got
than 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
minute
What
and a
about
half.
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift brings out Marcus Mumford for Las Vegas leg of Eras tour. Mm-hmm. She does a fantastic concert. Really amazing. I was surprised. I wasn't really a fan of hers until Alicia took me to her concert. The thing that was a little weird was these little kids were running around singing all the lyrics and
yes.
everything, and I was like, whoa.
I've been to a show.
But hers?
Yeah.
Oh, did
And
you like it?
Anyway, no, it was all right. These young girls are sitting next to me that are dressed like her
Yeah.
and are these huge
Yeah.
fans. And this one girl keeps nudging me, going, "Isn't this exciting?" And all
Really?
this sort of stuff. And I'm like, going, "Yeah."
That's great.
I got to go backstage. We met her and all that.
Well, that's
Told her to kneel
fantastic.
down when she took a picture with me. I didn't realize how tall she was.
Neil?
Kneel, like bend down a little bit, so we'd be. So she doesn't look like she's towering over top of us.
Oh, really?
I
Okay,
basically
okay.
said, "Hey, can you do for us what you do for the little kids and kind of kneel down a little bit?"
Right on.
And she did. She was a real good sport about it.
Dwayne Johnson. I would
Rock.
like to meet her. I think that
She
she'd be
was sweet.
She's a good artist,
Yeah.
actually. Dwayne Johnson. This is it. Daughters give him the ultimate pink lipstick makeover. I like Dwayne Johnson. He seems like a happy guy and willing to kind of go with the flow as it goes.
Sounds
Yeah. So
interesting.
you gonna take over here? You're gonna be the 9 o'clock hour? You're gonna be
unless
the voice of
you
reason?
really want it. Unless you want
Are
it.
you gonna be here to do that?
Yeah, I'll be here
No,
for
I'll pass. I know how much it means to you.
Not really, but I'll do what I'm supposed to do.
All right, here
I'll
it
hold
goes.
up my end.
I'm going to pass it over to the one, the only, the God himself,
Nah,
Jason
don't go that far.
Staton.
Far.
Jaton.
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 Far.
Jaton.